Good afternoon. This is footballnews.com, and this is our Football News TV channel here on YouTube. Today, we're going to talk about Emile Smith Rowe's new contract. We're going to talk about his stats and why Arsenal decided to keep him as a player and potential starter, and contract terms, what to expect of him, and the big thing here is, can Arsenal make top four? And the next thing is, what should we expect now that he's going to be a senior player? He's going to get a lot of contract and he's going to be making a lot of money with Arsenal. Forget the money. Arsenal paid the money. He gives Arsenal the chance to win goals. And that's number 10. We're going to see what this guy can bring to the table. Again, thank you for coming today. It's footballnews.com. If you have not subscribed to our video, please hit the subscribe button, so that way we can continue to give you top quality content. And please feel free to put in the comment section what you like to hear, if you disagree, what you think. And, maybe someday we're going to bring you on board on this show, to us. Again, my name is Oki, and let's get started. And as we all know, Arsenal signed Emile Smith Rowe today. He's 20 years old as of today. Next month, on June 28th, Smith Rowe is going to turn 21 years old. And he's been with Arsenal since he was 9 years old. He plays for Britain under 21 team club. And we really hope to see him in the national team someday, maybe representing Britain in the Euros along with his fellow teammate Bukayo Saka. He joined Arsenal when he was 9 years old. And from 9 to 20 years old, that's a lot of growth. We think the club knows him a lot. And also, as all Arsenal fans out there knows what this guy brings to the table. Last year, Arsenal suffered a lot. They almost didn't make it, they were in relegation zone. And only two guys was there to help Arsenal to come back to the first page of the table. And those two guys are Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith Rowe. Saka already got his contract. And today, July 22nd, 2021, Smith Rowe signed a 6-year contract with Arsenal. 6, that's big. He's going to be with Arsenal until he turns 26, 27 years old, right? And what that means is he's got to bring something to the table. Let's go back to Emile Smith Rowe's stats. Like we mentioned, we're going to discuss his stats. In Premier League year 2019 to 2020, he only played 2 games. Only 2 games, and come 2020-2021 season, the season that just ended, he played 20 matches and scored 20 goals and 4 assists. 2 goals, 4 assists by 20 years old. And he is fighting for the starting role in the Arsenal team. And this contract also comes with him wearing number 10. And we know the 2 big Arsenal players that wear this number 10 are Mesut Ozil, who recently retired and moved on to another club, and Beckham. So this is a lot that Smith Rowe have to take on. He's going to be compared to all these great players. We think he has a potential. And now, again, and we'll see what else to expect and how far we think he can go, with his talent. And again, besides playing the 20 Premier League matches, scoring 2 goals and 14 assists, Smith Rowe also played 11 Europa League matches last year. But he only scored 1 goal. Arsenal was a decent team last year, but one thing they lack is they're not creating chances and they're not scoring goals. So hopefully this new contract means Smith Rowe is really getting enough minutes as a starter, and playing along with Saka is going to be a good combination. Both sides, he playing the number 10 role, a little bit behind Saka, and they can work together either on the right or the left, whatever position Saka is playing, or whatever position Mikel Arteta decided to play, because we know this coach, he can play Saka on the right or the left, depending on how the goal is going. And before he signed this contract, there's a lot of rumors going around that Smith Rowe was going to sign with Aston Villa. He was on his final year of his 2-year contract as a junior Arsenal player, right? There's a lot of speculation was going to Aston Villa. A lot of Aston Villa media people are very confident that Smith Rowe was coming over and is going to leave Arsenal. And guess what? He decided to stay. And the only reason why Aston Villa really wanted this guy because he had a little bit impressive year last year, and everyone was watching. They know what he did for Arsenal, and they were willing to bring him on board to join the other fellow top players that they have, with the hope to, that he'd be able to help them. And Smith Rowe was a target of Aston Villa, as we said, just because of impressive breakthrough year 2021. Now that Arsenal decided to keep him, give him a new contract, it's a 6 year contract, give him a number 10 role, and also he's been under, like I said, number 10 role with a number 10 jersey, only because he agreed with Arsenal to stay to year 2026. So he's really ready to follow the footsteps of two idols, which is Mesut Ozil and Beckham, and we'll see where that goes. Uh, Back to the rumor of him going to Aston Villa. Villa bid £25 million on Smith Rowe. It was rejected by Arsenal, of course. That was the first bid, and they bid again a little bit between 25 and 30, and Arsenal rejected it again, and they didn't get a chance to make a third bid because now Smith already agreed to take on and stay with Arsenal. And going back to previous number 10 jersey guys for Arsenal, Mesut Ozil, Beckham. We're gonna touch about Beckham first. Beckham had a very successful career. Number 10 is a very big role. He has to create a lot of chances for the strikers, both on the wing and the number 9, right? Beckham won 10 trophies at Arsenal between year 1995 and 2006, including 3 Premier League titles and 4 FA Cups, and he also scored 111 goals. As we mentioned earlier, Smith Rowe played 20 games and scored 2 goals last season, right? And we're hoping that he can really carry this number 10 jersey and be as productive, as rewarding to Arsenal football and help Arsenal become a great club again. And Ozil, on the other hand, spent 8 years at Emirates before leaving the club earlier this year. He's now with Fenerbahce. He picked up 4 trophies for himself, and he also has a reputation of a master in assist. He's smart with a ball. He doesn't take a lot of shots, but he creates a lot of chances. Even along with that, he scored 77 goals in 254 games, right? Smith Rowe played 20 games last year. Believe it or not, it's going to count as number of games he played when we started comparing how many games did he play, how many goals did he score, right? And we think Arsenal is lucky to keep this guy. Arsenal should be able to enjoy him in number 10 role as a true number 10. The next question is, can he get a supporting cast? And does he have the leadership? Is he in the right environment to be successful, right? And besides the player having the talent, it also means a lot to be at the right club, to be at a club that can get him enough players to be successful. If Arsenal decide to sign a lot more players, we should see Arsenal see a good result next season. They're not going to play Europa League. They have Premier League to focus on. They have young talent that are very hungry for the prime time on TV times, and also to be impressive. Smith Rowe has a lot to play for. To continue to be a starter role on Arsenal is very competitive, and also to be able to play for the England national team. So these two targets, and also win trophies, 3, 4, 5. He has a lot of goals ahead of him, and there's some performance-based incentive on his contract too, and we're sure he's gonna be playing for these things. And he's gonna play alongside with Bukayo Saka. Both of them, they play very well together. We saw him last year. We're gonna see a lot more of Bukayo Saka this year because this guy is a starter. He's a big star right now. But since we're talking about Smith Rowe, we're gonna speak a little bit about Saka and continue with Smith Rowe. We really think Arsenal can make top 4 with this guy if they decide to invest in more players and the whole club work hard. And they have only Premier League to worry about. No wasting time for the Europa Cup because they're not in the qualify for Europa Cup this year. They have enough rest time, can prepare for the next Sunday. If they can score just quite a number of goals, we think minimum, how challenge Emile Smith Rowe right now, he should be able to at least score 10 goals this season for Arsenal. Minimum. Let's say 8 goals minimum. And if he can attain this, that means by the end of his contract in the next 6 years, maybe 10 goals per season, maybe 20 goals per season. If he's scoring 10 goals per season, he's only going to score 60 goals in 6 years. If he has a breakthrough year and scoring 20, then we see a number of goals and we're